y'all, welcome to the Gresham Grind. My name is Jasmine and I'm so happy about today's video. I'm going to be talking about real estate. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Georgia and I have been licensed for a little while now. So I get so many questions all the time from different people asking me, hey, how do you become a real estate agent? Where did you get your license from? Is it hard? Can you help me? What are the steps that I need to take? So right now in Atlanta, it's a hot market. I know a lot of people are wondering how to get their real estate license. So this video is perfect for you if you feel like real estate is a career that you want to get yourself into. So I'm going to tell you the step-by-step process of how to get your real estate license and what my experience was when me trying to get my license. Don't mind if I stutter a bit. I have a little speech impediment, especially with these braces in my mouth. But we're going to get through this and you guys are going to be learning so much. So let's get right into it. The first thing that you want to do when you're looking to get your real estate license is to find a real estate school in your area. And you can do this by going to the Real Estate Commission website, the Georgia Real Estate Commission website, or you can just look on Google and find local real estate schools. They're everywhere, so you can find one. And once you find a school that looks like somewhere that you might want to go, it might be close to your house, you need to decide at that point whether you want to take your test online or in person. So I took my test in person. I am an in-person learner. I like face-to-face interaction. I like to be able to ask questions. I like to be able to meet people who are actually going through the same process as me so we can kind of like help each other through it. That's the type of person that I am. But if you are an online learner and you don't need that extra reinforcement, or if you don't have a flexible schedule and you need to work as you can work, then taking your test online is a great option for you. I got my real estate license in Savannah, Georgia, because I was in Savannah when I was looking to get my real estate license. I had just graduated from college, so I found a school in Savannah. So it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Augusta, in Columbus, if you live in Atlanta, if you live in Brunswick, if you live anywhere, there is somewhere for you to take this test, online or in person. So keep that in mind. So once you find this real estate class, the class that you're actually looking for is a 75-hour pre-licensing exam. So this exam is mandatory across the board for all future real estate agents. You have to take this exam unless you probably went to college for real estate. Unless you went to college for real estate and you have like college credits or something towards it, that might do something. But for most people, what you would need to do is find this 75-hour pre-licensing course and you got to take it, complete it from start to finish. So in this course, you're going to be learning a lot of different things about real estate terminology, definitions, things you've never learned before. So just make sure that the whole time you're taking great notes. I use postcards when trying to study for my exam because it was really helpful because there's a lot of definitions, a lot of different terminologies. So that is your best friend. It was my best friend. It was awesome. It helped me. And it's really a lot better if you create note cards after every course or after every chapter, because it helps you not have to rush at the last minute when you're trying to prepare to make 1,000 note cards, literally. So I recommend, and I did that. I was that person. I procrastinated. I waited to the end. That's how I know. So if I would have just been on my A game from day one and wrote those note cards out after every class, I would have been way better prepared, right? A great way to study is to also like ask somebody to help you study. Like, you know, if you say, what is an easement? And then you might have easement on one side, the definition on the other side. That's a really good way for you and your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend or your mom or your dad, whoever it is that you or your best friend, whoever it is that you can get to help you study. That's a good way to study because it helps with your memory. For me anyways. Okay, so for the pre-licensing exam, you have two tries. You have two tries for this exam. And you have to pass with a 75 or above in order to actually pass the exam. So if you fail the first time, they'll give you a few days to kind of get yourself together. You'll get to come back and you can take it a second time. And if you pass, you pass. If you fail, you got to start all over again. You got to pay that money again for that course. And, you know, I mean, better luck next time. The course, speaking about paying money for the course ranges in price depending on if you go online or in person. I believe I paid about $400 or $450 for my course to take it in person, and it lasted about 3 months. If you go online, you can probably, if you are really good at that type of learning, you could probably learn it in like 2 weeks and take your exam like after those 2 weeks. So it just depends on how fast you learn or what your learning style is. So once you pass your pre-licensing exam, the 75-hour course, now you're eligible to take the state exam, which that's the big dog. Like that's what actually gets you your real estate license. So the state exam is one of a kind. I'm not going to say that it's like super duper hard. It's not, but it's a bit challenging, especially if you're not prepared. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, make sure you study, because the questions are a little tricky. It's 152 questions. You have 4 hours to take them, and it's multiple choice. And sometimes when you hear multiple choice, you feel like, oh, it's going to be a breeze. And that might be the case for you. But for a lot of people, they do not pass that exam the first time. So just make sure you are as prepared as possible. And just my recommendation would be to take a cram course. That's what I did. I took a cram course before I took the state exam. That way I got like just a refresher on what may be on the test, or the numbers of questions that's going to be on the test, and maybe come in with like a game plan, because there are ways to try to leverage your way through the test. Focus on your strong points is what I really mean to say, versus on your weak points, because if you do great on your strong points, your weak points won't matter. You might get like 2 of these right, but if you get all of these right, you can still pass the test. So I just want to make that clear. So once you pass that state exam, you are almost there. You're almost a licensed real estate agent. And I'm trying to tell y'all, when you pass that state exam, you're going to feel so amazing. Like, I felt so freaking amazing. It's like I worked so hard and I did all this studying, and now it is coming into fruition. So you have to go to some type of testing center or whatever with your background check and your ID and like an application to get your real estate license, to actually get your real estate license. And let me make this disclosure now. For your background check, if you don't have any criminal offenses or anything crazy on your criminal record, you are going to be perfectly fine. But if you have any criminal charges, not even charges, criminal convictions, if you have a felony or something like that, before you even go and take your real estate exam, call the Georgia Real Estate Commission and make sure that you're eligible to get a real estate license, because some people might not be eligible to get their real estate license due to whatever their past was. It is kind of unfortunate, but that's just the way that it is. I know for a fact that if you have any convictions that violate any type of moral turpitude or is in violation of moral turpitude, you're not gonna be able to get your license. So that means like if you were a murderer, or if you raped someone, or you're like a child molester or something crazy like that, you can't get your license. And yeah. So once you go to this testing center and turn in all your paperwork, they're gonna print out your real estate license. You're gonna get a small card for your wallet, and you're gonna get a big one that you can put in like in a nice picture frame. And there you go. You're gonna be a licensed real estate agent. I believe that costs about $170. And that's only if you get it within the first 3 months of passing your state exam. If you wait past that 3-month mark, it goes up to about $340. So just make sure that you go get that license as soon as possible, because it's going to cost you more money in the long run. Okay? After you get your license, they're going to ask you to take your post-licensing exam, and you have a year to get that completed. And, just make sure that you get that done out the way, because I see a lot of agents come in and they forget about it, and, then their license lapse, or they gotta do something to get that reinstated back to where it needs to be. So you don't want to be in that type of situation. So just make sure you do everything that you're supposed to do in the meantime. And the way you're going to know about this is you're going to get a broker, because in the state of Georgia, and I believe in a lot of states, you cannot just practice real estate. because you want to, like, or on your own. Like, no, you're not a broker. You don't have a brokerage. You have to go find a brokerage and get them to hang your license. So you see all these different companies out here. You see Keller Williams, you see Remax, you see Palmer House, you see Virtual Properties, you see all these real estate brokerages out here. One of them will be happy to have you, and they will hang your license, and then you'll be able to practice real estate from then on. I just want to make this last disclosure that if you do get your real estate license, and once you pass all of your testing and your exams and you pay your fees and all that stuff, just make sure when you're choosing your brokerage, you be super selective. During the brokerage interview process, you're actually interviewing them, and you are trying to get a feel for where you feel like you would do the best, or who's going to give you the best resources, or who's going to have the best splits for you, or who's going to have the best training. And as a new agent, that's something that I would focus on more than the splits initially. I would focus more so on getting great training. So whatever brokerage is going to align you with some good mentors or has a good training program, that's what I would advise people to go with off the rip. And then once you get a hang of everything and a swing of everything, and you are good to go, and you writing contracts, and you know how to negotiate your deals, and you know how to host open houses or whatever you need to know how to do, then you can go on to somewhere else that might give you a little bit more money. But in the beginning, don't worry about the money. Just learn the business. Learn how to do your job to the best of your ability. So with that being said, that's what I have for you today about becoming a real estate agent. Please feel free. I really would love, not even feel free, I would love for you guys to comment below and let me know what you think about this video, to like and subscribe. And let me know if you like this type of video about real estate. If you want to know more information about real estate in general, or if you want me to make more videos on this topic. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Gresham Grind. Peace.